Hey, what's up, guys? How are you doing with your MGTOW lifestyle? I hope all of you are doing well. Today, I want to respond to one of the suggested topics by a subscriber on whether or not Indian women friendzone Indian men or any other men of a nationality whatsoever. So the absolute answer is yes, and whether or not it is similar to the women from the Western countries is up to you to judge at the end of this video. First of all, getting sex in India is difficult compared to Europe and America. Women in India don't open up easily as they are more conservative compared to Western women. This I have experienced when I visited other westernized countries like Singapore and Australia. In the past, these countries are more forwards and open compared to India. And women in these countries were also really open and friendly to strangers and tourists compared to India. For example, if a tourist comes to India and goes on the streets to explore the country, the Indian public just keeps staring at them. Even if a foreigner or a tourist tries to smile back to them to cool down the situation, some of my viewers who are watching this and have visited India will agree with me that the Indian public just keeps staring like idiots. Not all of them, but some of them for sure, and majority of them to be precise. Now let's get back to the topic. Indian women today are stuck in a cultural turmoil. They don't know whether to go Western or whether to stay Indian. This is the most confusing thing that has been going on in relationships between men and women in India. For example, in Indian culture, virginity of a woman has to be maintained until marriage. And in Indian culture, there is no provision for a divorce. It is said that once souls are fused to each other, they cannot be separated. Now, what I'm talking is a bit spiritual thing, but most of my viewers who are on a spiritual path would agree with me on this one. On the other hand, if you see, modern feminists are promoting sexual liberation and homosexuality in India. There was a time in my childhood when these things were not so common in my country as compared to today's situation. Today, you would see same-sex couples, mostly lesbians, engaging in sexual activities, even if they are in a relationship with another man. I predict these days men are used by women only as bank accounts. I just read a news that a man cancelled his wedding after his fiancée was seen going wild in a bachelor party on tape. That too, a man was fucking this woman in front of 30 to 40 girls who were shouting in that party. Mostly all were drunk, and that man was hired to fuck that woman. All these things are happening in India, and these were unseen in the past. I mean, just look at Instagram accounts of today's Indian teen girls. If you don't agree to me on this one, you can check these teens' accounts. The profile of these girls consist of photos that personally invite and they say, "Come fuck me." But when a man approaches these profiles, he gets replies as jerk, lame, losers, etc. Now I agree that there are more better ways to get women by reading some self-improvement stuff. But women offering their cleavages at a click of a button is also wrong in my opinion, as it frustrates many men on an individual level. I have experienced this with many of my male friends whom I no longer hang out with. All the followers of these women on social media are friend zoned by these women. I personally follow a rule on Instagram. That is, I don't follow a single woman who doesn't follow me back and like, comment, or engage and be an active follower on my account. I have stick to it for years now and it has worked really well as I have 1,000 followers in today's date. And they will keep going up as I keep making personal gains and improve my life even further. When I feel the sense that a woman is trying to friendzone me, I simply step out of her life and move on. Because wasting time on a woman isn't worth in today's day and age. So, till now, many viewers of mine, you must have got the glimpse of how the situation in India is. How badly women friendzone Indian men. It is a very easy thing for them. There is a video posted by MGTOW 101 on his channel, basically in which an Indian spoiled brat slaps and abuses two Indian men on a reality show, and when one of the men slaps that woman back, the whole beta male crowd surrounding the women starts to attack that man who stood for his own self-respect. I will link that video down in the description. Do check it out and give MGTOW 101 a sub. He's really entertaining and top-notch content he produces weekly. After listening to all this, do let me know what do you think about this topic and how much to an extent are women friend zoning in your country or locality. Before going, I also wanted to point a fact out that in India, the male population is much higher than the female population, so friend zoning naturally becomes common than in other countries like Europe, where women are more in numbers than men. As India is a huge country, the situation in my country may vary from place to place. That's all for this video. And keep the video topic suggestions coming my way in the comment sections. Hope you guys have a great day. Peace out.